Hello and welcome in All That She Wants podcast. Today I will watch the first episode of the new documentary about aceofbase. It's called Incredible Story of aceofbase. I will try to comment it. It won't be my first reaction. I won't lie. I already saw it several times. It's fantastic, amazing. I love it. Awesome. Before we will start, you can watch those episodes on Viaplay and other streaming services. Here in Poland, I can watch this on Channel Plus. And one more thing, I won't show you any video here. I will actually provide you a screenshot what I'm looking at and what I'm comment, so you can see what I am watching. I guess this is how we avoid the copyrights issue here on YouTube. Okay, let's start. Let's dive in. So we are seeing Ulf going somewhere, and probably for you it's just a normal footage, but for me as a fan of aceofbase, I was like, oh my god, something's going on. It's the new footage of Ulf, so I am really exciting. Even now when I'm watching this, we hear some sad music. The director knew what he was doing. It won't be nice. And even when I'm watching this again, I still got the feeling like I'm feeling like, oh, something's going on right here. Okay, so Ulf is saying that he used to talk with Jonas. So probably they aren't friends anymore or something. And he's seeing Jenny once per year. Is it often or not? He tries to show us the situation between them right now, and it seems it's not good. Okay, they don't have contact, but his children has contact with her children, with Jenny's children. And as for Marlene, he hasn't seen her for a very long time, and he doesn't want to see her? So what's the problem? Ulf, call to her. But he's saying it's not easy to call Marlene. Ulf, what's going on? Lene doesn't want to talk with you? Lene doesn't want to talk with Ulf? What happened? Why it's not easy to call Marlene? I can't understand this. Just call to her and she will pick up the phone. So probably they got fight. It's the only clear reason for me that she doesn't want to pick up the phone if he's calling to her. Am I right? Who knows? Maybe this project will unite aceofbase. All fans of aceofbase, we all wanted. Ulf is saying that he loves aceofbase, he loves all members of aceofbase. Without them, he wouldn't be on the position he is right now. Totally agree. But without Ulf, they wouldn't be. Without Ulf, the rest of the band wouldn't be on the place they are as well, because Ulf was the one who always pushed them forward. From aceofbase, Ulf is the only one member who knows how to promote himself, who knows how to promote the band. who knows how to push forward some things. He perfectly knows the strategy nowadays of social media. He knows how to do it. So for me, he was the one who always knew how to talk with media, how to push forward everything, and how to put Ace of Base on the spotlight. And this is how he has done it again with this project. Everybody talks about Ace of Base now because of the documentary. We got some old footage from some other documentaries. The intro realized me that they were really huge on the world. As a fan, I get used to the fact that they were huge. But when you hear again, number one here, number one there, you are like, gosh, they were really number one in the world. 1995 release party of the Bridge album, Stockholm, Sweden. It's very special night, but even there we see some media, some people who try to criticize the band. I can't understand this. Why Swedish people are like this? Why they are criticize Ace of Base over and over? The rest of the world loves Ace of Base, while at the same time, Swedish people criticize them. I can't understand this. The biggest debut album ever, selling over 20 million copies. When they released the Bridge album, they were on the top of the world. I love how they looked at that era. They were a blossom. It was the best period of time for them. We got Jens von Reis, its reporter, who is actually talking to us in this documentary. Okay, and he was the one who talked to us previously when he had done some other Ace of Base documentary videos. No. The journalist asks, Ulf, you're constantly criticized. Girl, stop it. This is not the way you should treat people which you're talking with. He wanted to provoke Ulf, I guess. Ulf is saying they know nothing about pop music at all. It wasn't polite at all. Nope. The journalist tries to tell us the story from the very beginning. What happened, how Ace of Base created the sound, the original sound. Yeah, so it's the story we already knew from the other documentaries, like Our Story. Jonas talks about how he created the studio in the garage, that they haven't any singers, so he asked Jenny and Lynn, and how Ulf appeared. I love to see how happy they were. They were young, strong, brave, and they tried to fit into the music. They tried to find their own sound. It was innocent. They weren't in the music industry yet on the 100%. So it was like a hobby and passion. If you hear Happy Nation songs, Jonas always saying that they weren't prepared for the first album because All That She Wants was a big hit. So they had to put on the album many demos, and I love them all because you hear the soul and core of aceofbase, the true source of aceofbase. This is the true sound of the youth of all of them, and I love it. Jenny explains the era of music at that time in Sweden, and now we can understand why they focus on this sound. Jenny says techno noir was a little bit of everything. They try everything just to to see what will be well received. Oh, and here's Lasse Carlson. Sorry, I have no idea how to pronounce Swedish names. Funny story, when I was in Stockholm, in Sweden, I was trying to find a Jenny book, and whenever I went into the shop and I was asking, do you have Jenny Berggren a book? They were like, who? And I was, Jenny Berggren. And after a few times, there was actually a really kind seller who told me how to pronounce her name, and it wasn't Jenny Berggren, it was Jenny Berggren. Ulf is going into the old studio, really nostalgic. When I will go there next time, I would love to go to that place and see the old studio. I mean the studio is not there anymore, but the place right there. And and feel the soul of aceofbase. Yeah, and I need to tell you that when I was in Sweden, I went to the places where aceofbase were when they were recording something. Yeah, and I tried to feel the soul of aceofbase. I know it's not worked this way, but it was fun. It was fun experience for me as a fan. I recommend you to go there, go to those places which you know from the videos and from the documentary. It's really nice experience. How lucky they were. Jenny is talking about that she was actually all over the time in the studio when she wasn't at school. Lynn was there also when she wasn't at the job. It reminds me my old time as a teenager when we tried to, we had also a band and we tried to record some shitty stuff. I used a computer with some equipment and instruments, but they had a studio. I know it was a garage studio, but Jonas was really 100%. He knows what he's doing. It wasn't just a hobby and passion, it was something more. I appreciate that. And I understand this actually as a musician. They were really lucky to have opportunity to create the studio in the garage. This is quite confusing for some of us, but yep. Jenny was in the relationship with Ulf. Get used to it. Probably in the future it causes some issues. I don't know, but who knows? But then, after years, he was for them like a little brother. When Ulf was 5 years old, his father moved to Denmark. He saw him maybe once a month, and they lost the relationship between father and son. And actually, this is really sad. No. Ulf is talking about the hard things, about acceptance. Gosh, it's actually really sad. If my kid would come to home like somebody like me, it would be the biggest nightmare. This is what Ulf said here. He was a teenager, he was trying to find himself, he had some experiences, but has he had a problem with self-acceptance or something? He wasn't easy as a teenager for his parents, but the issue here is the acceptance. Gosh, it's really hard. So when Ulf came into the Berggren family's home, they have found something else in him. So he finally felt like in real home where people love each other. So he has found love, peace, acceptance, and it's actually good that he has found something like this finally. He was missing for so many years. Warm, love. Perhaps this is why he was difficult and he was trying to search everything, everywhere. As a teacher, I can tell you that when you have a class and you have thousands of kids or teenagers especially, you exactly know that, oh, here and here something is wrong. I mean, when you see the kid, you perfectly know that something's going on in the home. Oh, we are hearing Sunshine. It's a really early song of Tech Noir and some footage of dancing people. I have no idea from where they have those dancing people, but it's not from the Sunshine. I'm certainly sure that it's a random video. Crazy times. I love those times. Without internet, without everything actually. I was there. No, it's Gothenburg. I was in Stockholm. But I will go to Gothenburg soon, really soon. Lynn is talking about the differences between Stockholm and Gothenburg, and this is why the music was different here and there, and how they tried to fit into the music industry. 1991, it will be about how aceofbase signed a record deal with Telegram Records and all the deals behind this issue. And actually, I love to hear the story that they were sending demos everywhere, all the time, and almost everywhere they were rejected. Never give up. All the time, they tried to reach all those record labels, and finally, they have found the right one. 1992, and actually I guess this is the first TV performance in Sweden, and it's awful. It's so cringy. The studio looks like it's too small. They have no place enough to dance, to move, actually. It's funny, but I still love it, because this is how it was. This is how it was. They were so young, naive, and compare this to the later performances. Dennis Pop, he talks about the story we actually knew, that aceofbase has sent him his demo tape, and the tape stuck into his car, and so he had to listen to the song over and over again. So he was like, okay, I will do the song, but please do not send any demos again. And after he has done All That She Wants, everybody knew that it will be a smash hit. They had a pressure to record the album, and the songs weren't ready. So this is why many songs from the first Happy Nation album were demos. And for example, we have a song, Dimension of Death. It's actually an instrumental song, And when I was a kid, I never understood what the shit is this? Why this song is in the album? But they had to fill the empty gap with any songs. So imagine that they had anything left except this Dimension of Death. So they decided, okay, Dimension of Depth will be even better than, for example, Sunshine demo or other demos. I have no idea who was the guy who told them, okay, Dimension of Depth will be a good idea to put on the album. They didn't knew what actually is waiting for them. The whole world waited for them. And I love this moment at the documentary. Previously, the TV, the press wasn't nice for Ace of Base, and now everybody are like, oh, here's the new award for you because you're the best. December 1992, it's Happy Nation tour in Denmark. They were really extremely surprised that people are happy about the music, that in Denmark it's something different than Sweden. In Denmark, everybody knows Ace of Base, loves Ace of Base. They are singing all lyrics on the performance. All tickets were sold. For me as a fan, I'm really proud when I'm hearing this. And I was too young to be there. I even didn't know about Ace of Base yet, actually. My first time when I heard Ace of Base was All That She Wants. Even if I knew about the tour, I was too young to go to Sweden. No way. I guess this footage is from the tapes of Ulf. We know he had some 200 hours of unseen material, and it's nice to see them after performance on the backstage. At that time, MTV was the station with music, not with other things. So there were no YouTube, and if you had a video in MTV, you knew that it will be a smash hit because everybody watched this. All That She Wants finally came out in MTV, so we in Europe and other different parts of the world, we could hear it for the very first time, and this is how many of us became Acers. Yeah, I loved Ace of Base from the very beginning when I heard All That She Wants. This was the last sound which for me was like, oh my god, what is this? I love this. Till this day, All That She Wants is for me a prime trademark of, Ace of Base. All That She Wants means this is Ace of Base. Well, 41 minutes of the first episode. Oh gosh, it was really nice to see it again, for you to comment. I can't express everything what I think in English because of the language barrier, but I hardly tried for you, so yep. Just leave the comments below, do you like it or not, or write your own thoughts about the documentary. I would like to read all of them. See you on the next episode. Goodbye. Hi there! Before you go, check out my other videos. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.